Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Well, That Sucks. It's so good to have you here. Let's start off with number 19, my freshly drawn hotel bath after a long day of work. Oh, I may actually have a hypothesis here. You see, what could happen is that you might have a water heater where it gets some sediment and rust buildup at the bottom that needs to be flushed out. And until then, it'll have a little bit of a tint to the water, which shouldn't be entirely harmful. How do I know all this? Possibly firsthand experience. If you try it with cold water and it doesn't have this tint, then that's probably what it is. Now, you could still take a bath in there, just don't drink the water. But if it's scared you away, you could take a cold bath. If it's not due to the water heater, then all bets are off. You might turn into a zombie. I don't know, either way. Update on finding out that my boyfriend is on Bumble. So I feel like there may be some context here. But also, we do see a screenshot. How are you doing? Lol, isn't this the guy that you're with? About me, professional, good listener. Are you forced to select from a preset line there? Or is that actually what he said? Like that was the headline, I am a professional, good listener? Because that just seems like something that, okay, you can choose from the following. One of them is professional, good listener. Because no one would say that, right? If they had to. No one would opt into that and write it. Oh, thanks. I think this is part of the screenshot. It's not actually the reply in thread. What happened? Oh yeah, I don't think I deleted it being the profile. I just forgot to delete it and now magically it's active. Haven't touched, wait, why does it switch over to another Discord or something, huh? I haven't touched that short in so long. I forking hate those apps, but I did know I had to delete it. I did let my friends go on it a couple weeks ago. We're all over dating apps. I think it's supposed to mean we are over them. We don't use them anymore, but instead it kind of sounds like, oh, we are all over those things, man. We're just swiping, you know? Let my friends use my profile so that, they could do some catfishing, right? I thought it would be fun. They just catfished some people, Oh, this must be the original thing. Thanks. Thanks for letting me know about that. It is pretty kind of you to be looking out for me for seeing him when you were using the app. Thanks so much. Kind of a weird excuse. 85-inch OLED TV ruined by maid, 5,500 euros. I didn't order to clean it. I want to believe that it's not actually ruined, that it's just a real bad job of wiping it down with, I don't know, not proper things. Sandpaper, maybe. But if it wasn't sandpaper, I feel like you could take a microfiber cloth, maybe some car detailing spread, some Windex, spray, some Windex, probably fix it right up. I feel like you could put some elbow grease in there, unless it actually, has fricked up the inside of the screen, but it seems like it should be salvageable. I don't know. Still, to clean that and look at it and be like, yeah, I did a good job and walk away. I don't think they want the repeat business there. Washable pillows. Oh my God. You see, they did say washable, I'm assuming. They didn't necessarily say dryable, did they? Because, might be you could put it in the wash, but please hang it out to air dry. Don't put it in the dryer. You will regret this. It will be a gigantic mistake. Skull and crossbones on the tag. Do not do it. Let it air dry. They're like, surely we don't have to really put a skull and crossbones on the tag to tell people not to put it in the dryer. It's like, no, this is from experience. Look at the limb catch. Holy frick. I'm curious. Did it blast the door open? Because, how did all this get out here? Did it completely fill the entire thing and that all came spilling out? Did it create a high pressure situation with all of this expanding foam and then heating the air and there's blew the door out? So, for future reference, when it says washable, it doesn't necessarily mean dryable. Massive wave wipes out wedding in Hawaii. Bro, I don't surf. I mean, I have tried. I'm absolutely terrible at it. I'm scared of the water. But that looks like a sick surfing wave, actually. I mean, dude, that was kind of awesome. I'm surprised someone wasn't just shredding that. Someone from the wedding's like, you know what? This has been fun and all. Time to catch some waves, though. I don't know. like, there's still a lot of land left here to have the wedding. Part of me is like, this makes it all the more memorable. How many people have just gone to Hawaii, they've had the wedding, everything is normal. It's all just like, okay, we were in front of the beautiful beach and we said the I do's and then we ate food. And it's like, oh yeah, I've been to another wedding like that. That's pretty cool, but congrats. In this, you're like, dude, the waves, they were crashing over. All the tables went brrr, and then we had to like move it inside. It was crazy. Like, that's such a better, more memorable story. Carbon monoxide poisoning is no joke. Got to spend 3 hours on a hyperbaric chamber last night. Bro, did you get to meet Goku? I mean, I don't think anyone out there thinks carbon monoxide is like, yeah, I can breathe that in all day and be completely unaffected. I think most people are pretty aware that it's bad. You don't want to breathe it in high quantities because, you know, you'll die and stuff like that. And that's why we have alarms, and because I don't think anyone out there is tougher than carbon monoxide. But yeah, at least you recovered. That's, you know, at least the good part is you can beat it by running outside. But like, I guess if it's really bad, you might not realize you need to run outside, and then that's that, and you're kind of fricked. Friend's dog that knew me tried a new medication and bit my face out of nowhere. Now he growls whenever he sees me. I have been nipped in the face by a dog before, and it sucks so much because you're like, you thought you had a thing with the dog and that you were cool and enjoyed it when you pet them and stuff like that. And then all out of nowhere, it's just like, oh, all right, cool. So it's gonna be like that. Great. It was not this bad in the case where it's happened to me, but still, it just ruins everything. You're like, I can't trust you ever again. I'm never actually gonna want to pet you because, like, what if you do that again? This sucks, man. It sucks. We could have had a friendship, and now you threw it down the drain. 10-year-old gunshot wound discovered when individual goes to the ER for headaches. Okay, first off, you say 10-year-old, not a 10-year-old person. Like, the gunshot wound is 10 years old. How do you not know that I'm trying to think of a rational explanation here. You're cleaning the gun, it goes off, and then you get knocked unconscious. You wake up. However much time later, you're like, wow, my head hurts. The bullet must have grazed me. You look in the mirror. You're bleeding profusely, somehow not dead. and you don't, like, you think it was you only see one hole. Also, why is it facing, like, out, though? Like, where did it go in? Were the entries back here? A, how did you live? B, how did you not realize there's a bullet in your head? I wonder why I'm having headaches. Why have I been having chronic headaches for the last 10 years? It's so weird that it all started when the gun went off next to my head. I can't imagine how the two would be correlated. It's so weird. You know, it's been 10 years. I should get this checked out. Huh? I guess I'll move out and just let him live here. God, they're so cute, but also, oh God. We've had a skunk at the front door show up on the front door camera once, and I was just thinking to myself, like, oh my God, what if I had opened the door when the skunk was there? I don't know how liberally they are with, I'm gonna spray because I'm scared. And I'm just thinking, like, bro, how much would our lives have been ruined? How much would this house have just been a write-off? Like, it's gone, it's gotta be burned down. If I had opened the door into the skunk when it was there. Like, it would have been just GG. Game over. The smell's never coming out. It's done. Also, though, how did he just get in? Like a rat, yeah, I can kind of squeeze through things. He's a little larger. You just leave the door open, and he's like, oh, this looks, I mean, you know, if I left the door open, to be fair, that skunk could have walked in. So I guess it could happen. Also, they're so cute, though, but terrifying. A flesh-eating bacteria infected my hand. Why are you in a SpongeBob? What does this have to do with the treatment? I wonder, but seriously, okay. There is, flesh-eating bacteria is one of those weird, like, hypochondriac things that I think of anytime I get a cut or, anytime I'm like, is this not healing super quick? Oh God, what if I have a flesh-eating bacteria? It's like a thing that I think about way too often whenever I have had any sort of scrape, abrasion, blood drawn, so like not medical blood drawn, but blood has been drawn due to something. I'm like, oh God, but what if flesh-eating bacteria? Now at least I know you just end up inside of a SpongeBob, which what does it do? I just want to know what the treatment situation is here. Anyway, they are terrifying though, because sometimes it's just like you're fricked. You gotta just. I hope you didn't lose your hand, because frick that. But like in some cases, I'm pretty sure it's just like, yeah, you gotta just remove it before it spreads. The limb must go. They scheduled a retirement dinner for 1 today. Almost everyone in the warehouse leaves at 11:30 on Fridays. Well, I guess you could do a slip and slide across all of the tables. Did they not include any food? Like they just set up the table and chairs, and then it was supposed to be like bring your own food, but everyone left. So, I want to believe that this is, maybe it's all for karma, right? It's early in the morning, it's gonna happen later, nobody's in yet, or everybody's standing behind the camera after all the food's been cleared, and it's like, let me just get a photo of these empty table and chairs real quick, and I'll post it and be like, nobody showed up for the retirement. Get some karma points. I'm not accusing that, of actually happening, but it would be the better outcome, because then it's less sad. People would have actually showed up and eaten, and it would have been a jolly merry time. Was out desert riding and went to check the time just to find this. Why is this like the second time today? I think I've seen something that is exactly the same. Someone else losing part of their watch. If I had a nickel for every time that this happened, I'd actually, I'd only have a dime, but it's still weird that I've seen this twice in one day. Hey, it's a good thing it's shock resistant. It's just not resistant to letting it fly loose. It's not loss resistant. Started Accutane to help with acne. Got meningitis. Man, Accutane is like the gnarliest thing ever. It's so crazy because you're just like, man, I want to get rid of pimples on my skin. And the only real, solid solution that really gets the job done is a thing that risks just destroying you in numerous other ways. And you're like, why is that the trade-off for pimples? And I know the answer is because it's controlling your body's hormones, and those do a bunch of other things for your body and causes apparently meningitis too, which I don't know the tie in there. I'm not a doctor, but still, I had pimples in middle school, in high school, and I was like, it'd be really cool if we could just make these go away. Mine weren't ultra severe, but I talked with my mom about this, and she was like, you don't want to do that. It's not unless it's absolutely eating you out. You don't want to do that. And yeah, it seems way crazy gnarly, dude. If you lost your cooler on I-95 in Florida, I found it at 65 miles an hour. God, dude. The amount of times I just see loose debris kind of kicked to the shoulder on the highway, and I'm just like, if I was here 5 minutes earlier, would that have been loose debris in the center of the lane? I just would have mashed into it, would have been donezo. Goodbye to the front of my car. I actually, I know someone who we were coming back from just a Sunday morning drive once, and I literally see the piece of wood in the road. I'm in the other lane, but he's in the lane that has it. And I see the text message when I get home. Photo. Yeah, so I hit a piece of wood when we were driving back. And I was like, oh God. I saw the wood too. Oh man. I'm just impaled. I think it went into the radiator. What a mess. Ugh. Police car totaled my coworker's parked brand new car. Cop was apparently on his way to help with an urgent request down the street. He whipped the turn off the stop sign and barreled into the car, and then was like, I'm gonna keep going. No, he hit stop. That's nice. He thought about it for a moment. There, it looked like. And a couple ammo. He's like, okay, sirens, do I go? Oh, maybe not. Maybe he's leaking a lot of fluid there. Maybe he got some engine oil pressure low or something like that. Yeah, it's like, you can't get mad at that. You're not going to, probably yelling at the cop is not going to really do much good. Imagine the cop hits your car and then you get arrested. It's probably happened before. That's, yeah. Bruh. Send this dude straight to jail. I was like, I don't know, send the batter straight to jail? Why? What is this? Oh, just yoinking the ball from the child. Wait, did he actually like take it from the kid? Oh, he actually did. He didn't even catch it. Oh, he just straight up took it from the mitt. What the heck? There's a little sleight of hand there for a second. I couldn't tell whose mitt was who, but what? He actually caught the ball. Despite this guy, like, getting a full-on pass interference call, he still catches it and then he just yoinks it from and then runs away? Imagine doing that with your face just on full display in front of possibly millions of people. The stadium, everybody watching, and then everybody watching on Reddit and in the clips on Twitter and everywhere it gets passed around. Like, I don't know. Don't think it's worth it. If I'm being honest, don't think it's worth it. I sneezed too hard and messed up my back. I'm 28. Why do you have an IV in your hand from sneezing too hard? Could be something else, and it's just like, well, I'll take a photo in the... It's me, the karma conspiracy, every time. Like, let me just take a photo in the hospital, but I'll say it was just because I sneezed. You know what? Never in a million years would I come up with that as a title and think, like, this is how I can get some karma on the Well That Sucks subreddit. This is how I can fake it. No, this has to be real, because otherwise you just wouldn't think that would be the reason, like, I sneezed. And that's why I'm here, guys. Please upvote. No, it's probably real. I'm convinced. I'm sorry that's happened to you. You're younger than me, and people call me very, very old. So this is probably gonna happen to me any day now. I don't have a lot to look forward to now, do I, at this age? Who does this short? That is not my house. This is not my beautiful house. No, you don't just have a display of 5-hour energy and lighters at outside your front door. Hey, everybody who comes here and delivers, take a free thing. Take a souvenir. You left the food at the gas station? I like the 6-minute realization of like, wait a second. That's not a house. And then the unhinged response. Absolutely. Why the absolutely in all caps? Is there a history here? Has this guy had an order to your house before and like a dog bit him and he's harboring vengeance? It's like, I get this guy's order again. I'm gonna leave it at the gas station this time. Like, why the absolutely? Just picturing this guy like on all fours, just scurrying away like, yeah, absolutely, I left it there. Goblin mode, dude. I don't get it. Why? 6-minute realization of, wait a minute. What kind of place would have the display of lighters and 5-hour energy? I drove 1,000+ miles to see the eclipse. You know, what kind of sucks about this is, well, I don't know where along the path of totality you drove to, but in Texas, in Austin specifically, there was a lot of overcast happening. And so some folks, including Kara, who is my roommate who went to Austin, it was going to be bad if she stayed in Austin. They managed to drive like an hour and a half north, and it was clear enough, and they saw the eclipse, and it was great. So if you drove 1,000 miles, the unfortunate part is there was definitely somewhere else within that radius that was clear. And also, like, the morning of probably would have had enough time to make it to a place where it could have been seen. But maybe this was clear before, and then suddenly at the last second it became overcast, in which case you wouldn't really have time to react, which would be unfortunate. So, it is unfortunate. It would have been really sad if Kara had flown all the way to Texas, and then it was cloudy for the eclipse. Oof. But it worked out for some people. At least you got to see it go really dark, right? Because no matter what, clouds or no clouds, is going to get really dark. So you got to experience that. part. Anyway, that's it. Make sure to like the video, subscribe for more, and I'll see you next time.